All right, so welcome everyone. This is our strength, nope, our cardio and force class. Already, that's gonna name it the wrong class. Yep. So this is our cardio core class. So this class, our goal is gonna be to just burn as many calories as we can, while also promoting some strength, some joint health, and some core work. Okay, so core, it's not just always your abs. It's gonna be uh, your lower back, your obliques, even your hip flexors core. Okay, so anything that kind of helps you like move around your hip joint, that's going to be our core area. So what we have today is we have 7 different sets, and several of those sets we're going to do 2 rounds, and then there's a couple that are going to require um, more challenging movements. Those sets are just going to be 1 round. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So most of the movements are going to be either standing with the third movement on the floor, or an oblique movement. And most of them, we're going to go anywhere between 30 seconds to 40 seconds of work. And the recovery is going to be anywhere between 15 seconds to 40 seconds of recovery. Okay. So I'll let you know. But yeah, so just be ready to possibly sweat a little bit more than on our other classes. And yeah, we are reducing the recovery a little bit more. So we are consistently staying active and sweating. And just one last thing, if there's a movement that just feels funky, doesn't feel right, it causes pain or discomfort, then the workout, like I said, it's quick. So you could just sit out on that one and also just recover. So yeah, and if you just need more recovery time, just go ahead and do that. But let's go ahead and start with our warm up. So our warm up, we're just left to right. I do like to focus a little bit more on that Monday warm up since we had yesterday off. Saturday wasn't too heavy, up and down. And then I'm gonna start my fitness tracker as soon as we start with the more active work. Next circles. I believe we have strength and conditioning tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be um more dumbbells, equipment. So switch directions. Snow angels. Let's go with trunk rotation. Any questions before we start? Let's go with our ab circles. Now's a good time to ask questions during the warm up. So yeah, so my new folks, sorry, forgot to mention, this is our second week, but it is our first session of cardio and core. So as far as Canvas, all of our Zoom links will be through Canvas. You can only access these live sessions if you log into Canvas. Um, if you made it this far, then you shouldn't be dropped from this class since you've already logged in with folks that, if you know any folks, let's do hip circles. If you know any folks that are enrolled in this class but haven't, really encourage them to log in because they will get dropped. Supposed to be doing drops probably at the end of next week or the week after. So remember, it's a 10-week course. I think besides last week with the excuse me, yeah, with the holiday, um, another Monday that we will be missing will be one in July. So switch directions. my younger sister's getting married on a Sunday morning, so I won't be around for that Monday session. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I'll have a recording and maybe an additional workout for that session. But yeah, that's not till July 7th. And other than that, we pretty much go straight through, I believe, until August. Let's do our hip openers. So we up, open, down, just alternate. And I know there's gonna be, I think, 2 weeks in from mid-July to late July where we're gonna either have recordings or find alternative um, times for some sessions, just due to a conflict of duty. So, but that won't be until mid-July, late July. Switch. We're already getting warm here. No run this morning. Slept in a little bit. Any questions? I don't see any new faces so far. I think most of you here are returners, so I think you folks know what to expect. So most of these sets are super sets. A combination of a cardio movement that's gonna get your heart rate a little bit up and your breathing a little bit heavier. And then also let's go ahead. We're gonna do just a hip stretch. So just kind of do like a elongated straight lunge here, and then I'm just gonna go up. So my hips pretty much just are fixed here, but then as I come down, my glute extends, and then as I come up, I kind of pelvic tilts. And then switch. Over here, like this. All right. Morning, Ella. Let's go ahead and do our hamstring stretch. So grab a hold of your ankles, drop your glutes, and extend up. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one is our deep squat. So hips drop them as low as you can. Chest is nice and straight. And through. And then we can shift our hips side to side. And rise. All right. So, all right, here we go. This is going to be, like I mentioned, there's 7 sets. First, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth set. We're gonna do 2 rounds, and just our third and our last set, we're doing 1 round because those movements are just a little bit more taxing. So the first set, make sure you have some water nearby. First set, we're gonna do cross high knees. Okay, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. When I say off, that just means recovery. We have side step jacks. Okay, side step jacks, 30 seconds on, 30 off. And then we have reverse crunches, which is going to be on the floor. I'll demonstrate just so you know what to expect. We'll be on the floor. You're going to be on your back. And you're just going to roll pretty much your knees towards your chest. And then on the second round, we'll do a different ab movement. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna do that circuit a total of 2 times, and every time we're working out, it's gonna be for 30 seconds, and your rest is gonna be 30 seconds. All right, any questions before we start? Equipment for today, just yoga mat and your body. We really don't need dumbbells. We don't need a chair. You need a chair just to like relax and breathe. That's fine. And then some water. And then I would recommend this is the one class where we'll probably sweat a little bit more quicker or sooner than later. So if you want to have a small rag, you can have that as well. Okay. So, all right. So you folks are ready. We're gonna start with our with our high knees. So cross high knees. So just bring that knee to your opposite hip. 3, 2, 1, go. So right here. So you could play some music in your background. Doing 14 sets total, 14 rounds, about 3. So we're looking at about 42 to 45 movements today. And time. All right, 30 seconds rest. Remember, side step jack. So right here. If this kind of feels a little bit too easy for you, then you can do jumping jacks. But we do have jumping jacks later as well, okay? So just keep that in mind. Maybe for the first round, just try the side step jacks, 10 more seconds. And as we get more fit, we'll reduce the recovery and increase the active work. 3, 2, 1, go. So the arms are doing the jumping jack motion. You'll see my legs are just doing a lateral step. I'll see how many calories we burn today. 3, 2, 1. Time on the floor. We have our crunches. Okay. Remember these crunches. We're here on the floor and you lay back. So almost like a sit-up, but then you're gonna bring your knees, roll them to your chest. Okay. And if you can roll them to your chest, just do as much motion as you can on those hips. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This is where we go with our rest here. Okay, so let me tell you how much rest. We have 45 seconds of rest. Okay, we're gonna go back to the cross high knees after that. All right, 2 rounds of each. How's everyone feeling? So far, so good? Easy enough? Mr. Ahmed, good morning. 25 seconds. So this one we have to stay on the clock because again, the amount of time that we're recovering really affects our workouts. We don't want to get too much rest. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nope. Right here. We're gonna do an extra 5 seconds for this one. Okay, so we'll go 35 seconds. I have this running clock in the background and it's about 5 seconds ahead, so I'm just trying to catch up a bit. So we'll do an extra 5 seconds. Doesn't hurt. So again, you see now if you're a little bit more awake, maybe we started right here, and now if you're a little bit more awake, just add a little bit more of a tempo to it. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, you gotta rest. This one's 15 seconds, okay? So reducing the rest a little bit on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side step jack. Remember, if this one seems easy, then give me jumping jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Right, good stuff. Back on the floor. Okay, we have our reverse crunches. Well, our second round. So let's actually go ahead and do um let's do regular crunches, okay? So just right here, bring your shoulders off the ground. So you're laying on your back. And just think about your shoulders. Try not to really just jerk your head around. Just lift your shoulders off the ground, chest off the ground. That 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay. I know this rest is a little bit longer. Okay, so we have a minute 15. We're going to round number 2. Round number 2, hammies to glutes. Okay, so heel to your opposite glute. Then we're doing side pulses. So alternating halfway lunge, and we're pulsing. Okay, and then we're doing a high plank. So a high plank you could do on your hands right here, or you could just do a regular plank. Okay, that's gonna be our second set. Get ready. We will start in 30 seconds. Okay. First round burn 42 calories. So I think we're on track to burning about 300 right now. We stay on task. 10 more seconds. Thumbs up, everyone. Done good. 3, 2, 1. Go. So heel to opposite glute. Heel to opposite glute. And this one is 30 seconds as well. We have 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Side pulses. We have 15 seconds rest. Remember, ready for side pulses? 3, 2, 1, go. So halfway lunge. And remember, we're resetting and we're going about 30 degrees to the front and to the right or left. Just bring those arms up. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, back on the floor. We got our planks. Okay, start in 10 seconds. Remember, so you could use your hands or your forearms. 3, 2, 1, go. You can use your forearm, or you can just hold yourself up, or you can make it interesting and alternate if you want to. So 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. We get 45 seconds rest. And we'll go back to it. So, how's everyone doing? Someone speak up.
It's good. Catching breath was good.
All right.
It's great.
Good.
Good, Julia.
Good. Yeah, I like the feedback. Give me feedback. That's all I ask. If you're gonna talk,
I cannot talk.
okay, perfect. That's good feedback. That tells me a lot. So, all right. So remember, side pulses. If you want to change it up, you could add your arms. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm keeping track. First round, lost 42 calories. Let's see what the second round adds up to be. Ten more seconds. So again, the arms is just giving me a little bit of a chest stretch and time. Side pulses. Remember, if you want to with the side pulse to make it more challenging, you could grab a small dumbbell and keep it up, but that becomes more of a shoulder movement. It should be more legs. 3, 2, 1, go. So just alternating. This is cardio and core. When my clients tell me, Coach, I want to work out where I sweat a lot or I burn calories, this is the type of workout I usually give them. They want to get stronger, we'll do a workout like tomorrow, but to burn calories today and time. Ooh, shoulders. 15 seconds. Back to our planks. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. If you want to come with me, high plank, and I'm gonna do an opposite shoulder tap just to switch it up a little bit. Then incorporate a little bit of balance. You don't have to, but if you want, you could do this as well. 12 more seconds. Three, 2, 1, time. Woo. All right. 40 calories for that set. All right, we're gonna get a minute 45 on this one. So almost 2 minutes. Okay. So this one we have high knee progression. So high knee progression, this is a 45-second count. So this one, 15 seconds. If you remember this one, we're marching. The next 15, we're skipping. Okay, we're skipping. And then the last 15, we're trying to go as fast as we can by lifting our knees. Okay, then we have butt kickers. So for butt kickers, you could just go heel to the same glute. Instead of coming across, you just go to the same glute. And then if we're feeling good, you're gonna do this running motion, okay? That's butt kicks. And then we're gonna do standing waist pinchers, 30 seconds on each side. And this is just one round, okay? So just one round of this one. Standing waist pinchers, right here. So elbow to your hip joint, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, okay? So this is just one round, okay? So being nice on this one. Okay, 20 seconds. This is yeah, a little bit longer, so that's why we're doing one round. Ready? Okay, go. So just start here. Just marching. And now we skip. So the skipping pretty much just gets me on my toes. Just getting off my heels and a little bit of rhythm. And now we run. Three, two, one, time. Woo. Woo. All right, butt kickers are next. We'll give you an extra 15 seconds. Hold on, took my breath away. 10 seconds. So remember, just running motion, but you bring your heels pretty high up. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo. Okay. Standing waist pinchers. Okay, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, back to back. Hit 100 calories just now. The running ones really speed that up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So elbow to waist. So really should feel a nice stretch on that left side. I'm bringing my right elbow to my right hip. Let's switch. Kathleen, welcome. Good morning.
Morning. Sorry.
Calories in. You gotta eat one less slice of pizza.
Had to get my car fixed.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Hope it's good and not expensive. 10 more seconds. Elbow to hip. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo. 110 calories right now. So, like I said, that one was shorter, just one round. But you saw the other one's just 2 rounds and that burned 40 calories. This one was a little bit more intense. Just one round burned 30 calories. So, yeah. So now you know when you're a little bit more active or, getting after, you're going to burn a little bit more. So, all right. Set number 4. Run our fourth group. Jumping jacks. Okay, jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Inchworm. So remember, inchworm is the standing position to a hand plank. Just constantly moving, doing that back and forth. That's an inchworm. And then Russian twist. That's when we are, most of you remember, we're here, reclined a little bit, and our elbows are going behind our back. Okay, that's Russian twist. We have 15 seconds left. So everything's 30 seconds. And we're going to be doing 30 seconds recovery as well. Okay. So 2 rounds of this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. Okay, go. 30 seconds. Pace yourself. If you're a little tired, you could go back to the side steps, okay? 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Fine. I can use this workout. Inchworms. Okay, so 20 seconds. Yeah, I was doing this workout last night. I was mapping it out. And yeah, I was like, all right, let's play with the recovery a little bit more. And that's because I didn't want it just to be consistent all the time. 3, 2, 1. Go, inchworm. So you fully stand up, you crawl out into a plank. And then later, I think some of you remember, I used to superset these with mountain climbers. So we would go here and then we would do a mountain climber, then come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, on the floor, we have our Russian twist. Okay, if you want for the second round, you could use a dumbbell, but for this first round, let's just go body weight. All righty. Good job, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go. So elbows behind your back. This is for 30 seconds. So you could have your heels elevated or you could drop them. 12 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Time for rest. Okay. 1 minute rest. I'm at 130 right now. Let's see how many calories I burned just by resting. Kind of curious. So, like I said, you're sweating, your heart rate's up, but you're still burning calories. So, yeah, you're burning calories after you finish a walk or a run. Yeah, right here, just resting. In the last 30 seconds, I burned 5 calories just by standing here. It's my heart still pumping. Okay. So back to jumping jacks. We have 15 seconds. You can use that weight if you want for the second round of Russian twist. I'm just gonna have a 5-pounder here accessible. Right, so burn, set 8 calories in the rest. 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. Inchworm. Okay. 40-second inchworm. So we're gonna add 10 seconds on this inchworm. Okay. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Keep moving. Sounds safe. 3, 2, 1. Time. Ooh, good stuff. 20 seconds. Better Russian twist. Got everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Elbows behind the back. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 9. Good job. All right, this is where we get 2 minutes rest. Okay, so take your time, get some rest, little water break if needed. Be right back. 30 seconds left. All right, this one we have 2 rounds and it's just 2 exercises. All right, so we have mountain climbers for 40 seconds and sliding sit-ups for 40 seconds. So just 2 exercises, but 2 rounds and a little bit longer. Okay. What is people's fitness trackers telling them right now? I'm at 160 calories. So anyone have numbers for me?
168.
Oh, hey, we're close. All right, pretty accurate. All right, here we go. Mountain climbers. Remember, we're on a hand plank and then just bring your knees to your chest. Okay. You could do it as fast or as slow as you can, but just make sure you're actively moving. 3, 2, 1, go. The faster you go on this one, the more calories you'll burn. So try to challenge yourself. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, sliding sit-ups. So that's how it sounds. You're just gonna be in a sit-up position and slide your hands past your lap. Okay, so just here. So hands on your lap and then just slide them towards your knees. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 40 seconds. 20 more. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 45 seconds rest, and then back to mountain climbers. Okay. Good job, everyone. 178 calories. Jan's traveling right now somewhere. We go camping. So remember, if you're on my Saturday class, we'll have a recording. I'll be out camping. Sorry. I need my camping trips. Okay. There we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. Fifteen more seconds. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9. Good stuff. 20 seconds. Back to sliding sit-ups. Actually, let's try bicycle crunches. Okay, so you could do sliding sit-ups if you like, or you could do bicycle crunches, where you're kind of just pedaling and your elbow comes to that opposite knee. Hey, if not, you could just stick to the sliding sit-ups. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. 40 seconds. 20 more seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. All right. We have 45 seconds. All right. This is a little bit more active. Okay, so this is one that's gonna burn our calories, and we have two rounds. So this one, pop squats. Okay, so pop squats. And then we have reverse lunge kick. So first round, right leg, reverse lunge, and then a kick. So some balance work and a lunge in there. Okay, 30 seconds of that. And then flutter kicks, which would be down on the floor. And our legs just kind of kick up and down and alternate. Okay. All right. This one we should be burning a little bit more because those pop squats and the reverse lunges. So we have this. This is our last two rounds. Okay, because the next one is just one round. So we're almost there. Pop squats, 30 seconds. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. Just go through. Oops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. Okay, reverse lunge kick, 20 seconds. Remember this one? A reverse lunge and kick. Okay. Just right leg first. 220 calories right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten more seconds. This one will burn. This last. My legs are burning. 3, 2, 1. Time. Flutter kicks on the floor. Okay. Remember, you can have your hands underneath your back or at your side, but your legs are elevated and going up and down. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. This is working out your lower abs. Usually when you're using your legs for ab movements, it's working out your lower abs. Right below your belly button. Oof. I'm sweating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. 90 seconds rest on this one. It's a little bit more taxing. Need some air. How's everyone doing?
I got a sweat.
Hey, there we go. See, now
I
you
was-
feel
I'm really enjoying it. I'm sweating.
good.
Got my fan on.
Awesome, yeah. There you go. My fan's too strong, it's too loud, so if I turn it on, you couldn't hear me or I couldn't hear you.
Don't have the AC on yet, trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I hear you. You have 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, yesterday was just so muggy. Oh, yeah, I'm sweating. Feel it already. My yoga mat's stained in sweat. 10 seconds. All right, so remember 30 seconds of pop squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Ooh. All right, reverse lunge kick is with your left leg on this one. Okay, so remember, reverse lunge with your left leg. We'll start in 10 seconds. So again, reverse lunge and swing. Good for balance. 3, 2, 1, go. At 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. Oh, that opposite leg. Burn. Flutter kicks. Remember, same one we just did. $245 calories. 30 seconds. It's waiting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. Stuff. Then 1 minute. Okay. This is just one round. Okay. So 40 seconds each one. Power jacks. So squat down and you stay low for this jumping jack motion, but you're low. So it's a power jacks working out your quads. We have our forearmed plank dips. So this one, you're on your regular plank, but you roll your hips side to side. Okay. And then the last one, it's a Superman. So Superman's, you just belly down for that one. Okay. So in about 15 seconds. All right, here we go at the pop squats. All right, here we go. Pop squats, 40 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Lower low. Move here. Keep going. 15 more seconds. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Time. Oof. Plank dips. For next. Remember, plank dips, you're on your forearms and we're rotating our dips, our hips, side to side. Ready? 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Do 2 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Time. Ugh. Superman's. Okay, so Superman's. This one's not too bad. Okay. It's not easy. It's not hard, I don't think. So just belly down. And then chest up, legs up. Okay. All right. Okay, up. You're just strengthening your lower back on this one. Mm. 20 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise. I don't know if you could see my sweat. Okay, yeah, you can see my sweat. See, that's real sweat. Hopefully you guys are sweating too. So good job. High fives. Good job.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating.
Whew.
Well, I think some of you remember, Ella definitely remembers, maybe Josefina does too, but there was one point where I couldn't do any cardio because my goal was to gain weight. So I would skip the cardios and I would just tell you what to do. Do this and do that, and I would never sweat. So it's a little bit more rewarding when we're sweating together. Whew. All right.
Good, good. This is
Great.
good. Good.
Yeah. So to be honest, I get my runs in and everything, but like I said, you walk a mile or you run a mile, you burn 100 calories. And there's some days where I don't even care so much about like running. It's more of like I need to burn these calories. So like a day like today, kind of might convince me not to run later, because we've already burned close to 300. So that's like a 3-mile run. But I might try to go out there depending on the weather. So, Ella, you're good?
I'm good.
Yes. All right. So let's just stretch a little bit together and cool off. I want to see how much I continue to burn in the next few minutes. Yeah. So good stuff. Oh, that left heel and that right knee. Yeah, good stuff. Happy for all of you that primary sweating. So yeah, so this workout that we just did, I had on my notes, we did identical, well, not identical. We did the same exercises for this like the same routine for this workout back in like 2021, but we only did one round of everything, and it would still take us the entire class time because our rest was more. So everything that was 2 sets, that was extra that, like I said, 4 years ago we wouldn't do. So yeah, so give you guys props because we did almost twice as much of like what we would have squeezed into one of those workouts. And the only difference was the recovery time in between was a lot shorter. Yes. Push down.
Acho que o cara não tá aguentando.
So yeah, I'm drenched now. So the next shower, 2 or 3
Okay.
times.
Ready for the jump.
So let's go ahead and bring that knee up. Just gonna let it out. How's everyone else doing? Good? Maria, you good? Hey, Maria, this is your first cardio class, right? Switch. Sherry, is this your first one too?
For me?
Oh no, there's a Sherry. No, Sherry's been with us
sorry.
forever. Push down.
I got my fan going, it's a little loud, so I couldn't hear.
Oh, okay, no worries. Bring that knee up. Okay. See, so you'll continue to burn calories. So 280. Were there any movements that were just too much? I mean, when I was doing it, I didn't think there were any, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's okay, cool. It's okay. We are surviving.
Josefina is on her back on her floor right now.
Yes.
With the fan.
Did you see me? Did you see me?
Okay, and then let's just do our arms. So tomorrow, strength and conditioning. So tomorrow will be slower pace, but tomorrow we'll have our dumbbells tomorrow.
So it's lower tomorrow?
Slower, yes. We'll we'll get full recovery before every lifting session.
I'm glad that the weights, it changed to Tuesdays instead of Mondays.
Is that what I had before?
Yeah, well,
For-
because
maybe
of
for
the
Monday,
class,
Yeah,
the
for Monday,
class was-
Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, I like to start earlier the week, like more mobility active work than really demanding taxing stuff. So, but yeah, so good job, everyone. I have 280. Carmen, what'd you get?
I close it.
She closed in. Oh my gosh, there
Let
goes
me,
all
let
the
me see,
data.
let me
So
see.
yeah, but I'm sweating. So, but any questions before we head out?
Uh,
Okay.
the phone,
No, thank you.
I don't
Alright.
have it.
Okay, no worries.
Thank
So,
you, Julio.
you're
Was
Yeah,
nice.
Julio.
Bye, folks.
Bye bye.
All right, everyone, have a good day.
Adios,
Bye,
Bye, Ella.
Julio.
Bye,
See you
Denise.
tomorrow.
Bye, folks.
Thank
Bye.
you, thank you.
Bye, Carmen. Bye, adios.